Bio is the ancient Greek word for life, and technology is the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes. Biotechnology is therefore the application of knowledge about living systems to the production of practical products. One of the oldest such products is alcohol, created by the action of yeast, a living organism, on glucose. Long before the chemistry of fermentation was understood, our early ancestors discovered by chance that the consumption of the juice of grains or fruits that had been allowed to stand for a while results in a pleasant sensation. Naturally occurring yeasts from the air, or already present in the grains and fruits, release enzymes that convert glucose to ethanol. Today, fermentation processes have been finely honed to produce a variety of alcoholic beverages, but there's also much interest in producing alcohol as a fuel. If it is produced from biomass, that is, plant material, it is referred to as biofuel. When ethanol burns, it produces less carbon dioxide than when petroleum products burn. Plus, the plants that yield the glucose needed to make ethanol had taken up carbon dioxide from the air through photosynthesis. And of course, biomass is a renewable resource. In theory, then, burning ethanol should be a neutral process as far as carbon dioxide is concerned. However, the situation is more complicated. Growing corn, which is the prime grain for ethanol production, requires fertilizer and pesticides. The corn kernels then have to be transported to a mill to be ground, and then to a distillery, where after fermentation the alcohol is captured by distillation. All of these processes require the input of energy. Then there's the controversy about turning a food substance into fuel when there's starvation in the world. One way to improve the situation is to use the non-edible parts of plants, such as corn stover, wheat and rice stalks, and bagasse from sugarcane, all of which can serve as sources of glucose. The problem, though, is that the glucose is in the form of cellulose, a polymer of glucose that is not easily broken down. Breaking it down to release glucose requires enzymes called cellulases that are produced by various microbes, but generally the process is inefficient. There is an extensive search for efficient cellulases, and researchers are looking everywhere, including in the poop of pandas. These animals dine almost exclusively on bamboo, which is almost totally composed of cellulose. To obtain the glucose that they need for nourishment, pandas have evolved microbes in the digestive tracts that can break down cellulose. If these microbes can be identified and perhaps cloned, then they may be able to be used to produce ethanol from non-edible parts of plants. Who knows? Panda poop may turn out to be the key to making cellulosic ethanol. And that for today is our Kappa Joe.